Oh my god, I'm as hot as a toaster oven. Oh, so tired. Am I fat? I haven't peed in 5 days. I've been drinking so much water. Where is it going?
First, one breathes in fungal spores, which mostly comes from direct contact with another person. The one may be infected by breathing in spores which were shed up to days prior. Once the fungus is in the lungs, production of new infective particles begins immediately, allowing for spread even during the beginning phases of the incubation period. After a few days, the first symptoms begin appearing, a minor cough which progressively grows into severe shortness of breath and chest pains. By this point, one would also suffer from a fever and increased fatigue. The next big step in development is the mouth and tongue turning a greenish tint, which indicates that the digestive tract has already been infiltrated. Once this happens, the fungus has access to the bloodstream through the intestines, where it produces an ADH-like molecule to signal the body to retain as much water as possible, mainly through the reduction of urine production, which causes bloating. Also, as the disease progresses, the skin becomes more and more discolored, gaining a greenish tint. From the inoculation of the blood, the body tries its best to rid itself of this pathogen by filtering the foreign material through the lymph nodes. Instead of being destroyed and removed by the nodes, however, the fungus grows and produces large abscesses which, when burst, release large amounts of infective particles. This disease, Bubonomycosis, originates on a tropical island off the coast of Cuba, where a hitherto undiscovered tribe of natives reside. This tribe lived alongside this fungus for potentially thousands of years, co-evolving into a relationship not unlike the flu is today. Seasonal changes would flare the disease, and some, but not many, of the natives would die. Though the Bubonomycosis was not in season when we discovered the island, many of the natives were still asymptomatic carriers, allowing for transmission to the outside world. Through trade of weapons and modern medicines to this new tribe, many merchants of the Americas were infected and thus spread the disease to those around them, including family and business partners. Soon, several thousand were infected, and now over 1,000 have died.
Because of this trade, the disease has been spread to America, and there are as many as 2,500 people infected, with 1,000 dead. This has a very high mortality rate, up to 40 to 45%. And what's even more scary is the spreading per case is 3 to 4 people. That can affect a whole family and the whole community. So some prevention measures are wearing a mask, which goes up to the smallest size of 0.22 microns, which spores and fungi are bigger than this, unlike viruses, so it will prevent spreading and from you getting the spores into your respiratory tract. Another method of prevention is coughing into your elbow rather than coughing out in the open, because then you're allowing the spores to spread and infect other people. Also, please wash your hands and do it the correct way, which is putting the soap on and then rubbing your fingers around for 20 seconds, so you're actually getting off all the microbes on your hands, and then washing them. Then another treatment is refrain from touching your face, especially your mouth and your nose, because those are the main ways that the spores enter into your body. Finally, if it gets to the terrible state of you getting abscesses over your body where your lymph nodes are, please do not touch or apply pressure to the abscesses, because this can cause them to explode internally and externally, which is bad for you and the people around you. So please, please, please do not touch them. And also, if you know you're infected, please self-quarantine or go to a hospital so you cannot affect the people around you. Another prevention measure is taking antifungals, because if you have been in contact with someone who has this disease, then it's very likely that you have breathed in those spores. And so if you can catch it quickly, you can prevent it from spreading and infecting others. So, there are some side effects of taking antifungals, such as abdominal pain, nausea, headaches, diarrhea, and vomiting. Now, these may confuse you to think you have the disease, but this is not the case. If you are concerned, please go to a doctor and have them diagnose you.